Hi, this is Dreama, and today we are doing a client reading. And as always, I know the client's name and they know their name, but I won't be saying it in the video. Now, today what we're doing is a 3-question reading, and I'm going to be using the Tarot of Dreams, which is one that I use quite often. I'm very connected to this deck. And today's reading, I've already actually shuffled the cards, cut them, and laid them out. And the reason being is that my camera only records for about 10 minutes, so I want to make sure I have enough time to explain all the cards in detail. Now, the first question, actually, the cards, how the spread will work, the top 3 will be for the first question, the center for the second, and the third for the last question. Now, the first question actually is about names, so I'd like to say a little bit about names. The tarot is really not going to give me a specific name, but what they will do to help identify a person, it will give me the personality traits and the type of person that they are, so that the client is able to actually know who that person is, but it's not going to give me an exact name. And dates are pretty much the same way. It may give me the season of the year, but it's not going to give me an exact month or date. Okay? All right, now the first question that the client has is that she had some actually spell work done, and there's some resistance there. And the client wants to know who the person is that is causing the resistance, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and turn these top 3 over all at once. We have the Faith card and the 6 of Wands and the 4 of Swords. Okay. Now, actually, I'm going to start with this one, okay? The 4 of Swords. Now, this is an interesting card. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's actually a sword under the person that's kind of laying there, and there are 3 swords at the feet. And, you know, what this tells me about the person that actually is causing the most resistance, okay, is that it seems like there's quite a bit going on. Whoever this person is, they're a person that kind of retreats within themselves, if that makes sense. You know, almost as if they're kind of have gone to sleep in a tomb. They're surrounded by these swords. So that tells me that this person is a person that is surrounded themselves in kind of like a cocoon of protection. Okay, and someone that is a solitude person. They're not a person that is very outgoing and you know, speaks their mind. They're someone that keeps things to themselves, and they are protected in this cocoon, and they feel very safe there. Okay, and next we have the 6 of Wands. Now, this is an interesting card. It's a very powerful card. And what I get from this card, this is more about this very same person, okay, is that this person on the surface tends to feel like other people tend to look at them as if they are very successful, if that makes sense. They're a very powerful person, and it seems to me that there's someone that is very close to an inner circle and have surrounded themselves with this inner circle and feel protected. But they're not a person that speaks their mind a lot, okay? And lastly, we have the Faith card. And as you can see, maybe there's also a circle on this card. So what that tells me is this person has a lot of faith and belief in this protection and cocoon that they have wrapped themselves in. And whoever they are very, very close to what I would call an inner circle, okay? And they're a very solitude person, a person that doesn't speak their mind a lot, okay? All right, now we're going to move to the second question. And the second question is, the client had been expecting, you know, some money, okay, some payment from people. And the question is, when should the client, expect that? Will they do it, and when will they do it? So, okay. And we have 8 of coins. Okay. And the 6 of swords. And the Ace of Swords. Now, I'm going to start out with the coins. This card is, I'm not sure how well you can see, but at the bottom there are a lot of coins, and he seems to be kind of concentrating in the image on just one coin. So what that tells me is that I do believe that there will come a time where the client will receive this money, okay, that they've been expecting. And this here is about hard work. So what that tells me is that, yes, the money will come, but it's not going to come without a lot of hard work and determination. This person is very determined and looking at the one coin. So that's what I'm getting. There's going to be a lot of hard work and a lot of determination that has to take place before the money actually is in the client's hands. Next we have the 6 of Swords. And I'm not sure how well you can see that one, but there's a man and he is on a boat, and there is swords in a circular pattern around him. So, what I'm getting from this one is a time where there's going to be some prosperity. This man doesn't lack for anything on his voyage. He appears to be moving towards us, towards, the outward of the card. So what that tells me is that this money will happen, but not without a lot of hard work. And there's a journey that this client must go through in order to have that. And I really believe that this person who hides in this circle is the one that actually is blocking the prosperity for the client. Okay, and last we have the Ace of Swords. Now, this basically is really just a good card. And we're looking for a time frame here. And, normally I can look and see if it's winter or summer or something to that effect. And none of these cards really show us a winter scene. So, because this ace is in the clouds, what that tells me is that the time frame is kind of cloudy. And the reason the time frame is cloudy is because of this block. And it's going to depend on how quickly this block is removed as far as when the time frame, will happen. The only card that may give us a little clue is the 6 of Swords. And the reason I say that is because this appears to be a nighttime voyage. She's holding a light. So what that tells me as far as a time frame is that it will be at the darkest time of the year when this does happen. What year, I don't know. But it will be during the darkest point of the year. So that would put it, for me, what I would think is wintertime. Okay? All right, now let's move to the last question. And the client is wanting to know about some jobs. And are there going to be any job prospects with a couple of different people? Okay, if they're going to happen. And we have the 6 of Coins. And the Emperor, which is in reverse. And the 5 of Wands. Now, this is interesting. The 5 of Wands, I'm not sure if you can see, but this appears like a battle scene. They're kind of hitting each other. So my guess would be that there is going to be a battle before the jobs. Okay, there's somebody within those job companies that are kind of arguing back and forth as to whether or not you will receive the job. Now the 6 of Coins is an offering. So I would say yes, there will be an offering of a job. Okay, how soon in the future? That depends on how long this arguing will last within the the companies. Okay, now the Emperor, when it's upside down, this is about confusion. So this tells me that those jobs that you're referring to, that there is some confusion within these people that are arguing. But I do see that there will be a job offer in the near future. That does conclude my reading for today, and I want to thank everyone for joining me, and I do hope to see you all again.